and everything in between, college football. People got thoughts and takes, just always something going on. Daylight savings time is back. I don't know if you care. It's not really a big deal. It's just another high crime where you turn. I was talking about sports, about Hall of Fame, who gets in, who don't, what qualifies. That's an interesting debate. I'm gonna do a separate video on my channel about that. Um, you know, just talking about Tim Donahue. Tim Donahue was doing a real interesting interview on Vlad TV about the fix in sports, which I already know. Um, Fixes in the entertainment industry with Hollywood. They're still talking about Keefe D. They're still talking about different things. There's a lot of different topics going on. So it all depends on what you're into. I'm going to be here for about, if I don't see much action, I'll be here for like 10, 15 minutes. If I get some heads in here and they start talking, I'll stay to about 20, 30. I'm going to keep it kind of in between because I know daylight savings time weekend, people got to get used to that clock back, be a little bit on the windy side. Depends on what your climate is like, depends on what's going on with you. Um, a lot of different things going on, different thoughts and takes, people talking in these streets. Amy Schumer talking about her usual trash. I saw Dr. King's daughter, Bernice, clap back on her behind, rightfully so. So I just was checking out different things. I'm just peeping out some different things. Yeah, I was checking out the college football. Um, don't know who's going to finish up. I'm a Michigan Wolverines fan, but I don't know how that's going to turn out. A lot of football to be played between now and the time they play Ohio State. So we don't know what's going to quite happen. I'm going to peep out some of this NFL, see what's happening right now as I peek. Just checking out some scores real quick. I'm just surprised about that New England score. Wow. Just checking out some things. That's all. You know, just looking at some things overall. You know, just see what's going on. See how everybody doing out there. Hope everybody holding up real good, staying safe, staying, in comfort, not too much problematics. Um, it's been, like I said, things have been real interesting. A lot of stuff going on right now. I had some interesting debates about, like I said, talking about different thoughts and takes. I don't feel that NBA tournament crap. That looks like garbage. That looks like real trash. Something about Golden State look pretty good in basketball. I'm just saying, I got a funny feeling about the Warriors. I like the Chris Paul off the bench move. So, um, so James Harden. They're asking whether more teams. Oh yeah, I got to do a video about that Memphis Grizzly coach. I got to talk about that turkey because they suck right now and they're not winning, and nobody coming for his head. And John Morant's not gonna be there for a quarter of the season, so that's gonna be real interesting with that. Think I don't realize that he really that coach. Let me go get his name up real quick because I gotta do a video about that turkey. But let me check this out real quick because he ain't won no games and they suck right now. Memphis Grizz. Sometimes you just want to put some stuff in perspective because I'm like, ain't nobody coming for him. And I got to do a video on that turkey. He ain't won no games yet. Let me go look him up and put him down. Taylor Jenkins, John Morant. This is a team that's supposed to be pretty good. So why they stink? I gotta try to get to find out about that because I do got Marcus Smart, but they really are not that good. Really not that good. And they don't look like they're gonna get good anytime soon. So, Zonderberg got trained. Oh yeah, so it's that old Ponzi scheme of Robert Fred, which I talked about it. Is how he got convicted of that Ponzi scheme. So yeah, a lot of that going on. He had crypto. I want to say Shaq, Stephon Curry. Excuse me, pardon me. And I did wipe it. It's on the side. I got my handy wipes clean, so pardon me. Um, Miami Heat were using that name too, but they can't use it no more. They took that off. Don't you hate it when people get in trouble and they have a name and all of a sudden people act like they don't know them? You remember with Enron, that whole thing with the Astros? Scandals follow the Astros too. That's another story though. So that's just real interesting with that. Yeah, I'm just peeping out some stuff real quick. Baltimore making some moves. Okay. Baltimore should beat Seattle. They play their cards right. They should win this game. Geno Smith and already threw a pick in that game, so I'm not surprised or shocked. Yeah. So just watching some stuff, that's all. Okay, Baltimore scored another touchdown. I was just checking it out, though. Yeah, peeping it out. There's a lot of stuff going on in different. It depends on what part of the country, what you're looking at, what you're into. You know, sometimes on the Sunday chop up, I like to come in here and see people, anybody's awake or aware. You know, like I said, understand what the timing. Sometimes people will be busy. I get it. And I just thought I'd kind of do like a surprise visit, try live, see what's going on, see how the week is going. I know Deion Sanders catching a lot of flack. Their defense just hasn't been good. The offense spurted yesterday, so I'm going to stick by Deion. Maybe it wasn't their time to get to the playoffs, and you know that takes time. He said you got to, trust the process. Their defense sucked most of the year, so a lot of hype, a lot of smoke and mirrors. You got to slow your roll because it takes time to get good. It don't happen overnight. Run one building a day, and Colorado won't be contending just right. But time takes time. You have to understand. They don't have Deion Sanders playing that. They got Deion Sanders the coach. There's a big difference. But you got to have other components in place. So we'll see how it goes. Yeah, I've been impressed with Victor Wembanyama. He's been looking good so far. He still could put a little bit more thickness on him, just a little bit. But the Spurs keep the right shooters around him. Popovich, great coach. I got asked what I thought about Bobby Knight. He was a great coach, but he was a bully. It's a double-edged sword. So like I said, you learn how to separate the person from the profession. That's the reality. That's how you have to do in life. If you have a teacher, you might admire your teacher, but you might not like them, or your parents. It happens. There's two sides to different coins. They flip, but they don't always flip the same. So, we'll see how everything plays out, Yeah, I was talking about that fight last week, and it messed it like it was fixed with Fury and that whole thing. Like I said, that's the thing I don't like about pro sports. Everything is cool until you got to come down to judgment. That's when it becomes problematic. So, so just checking out some scores. It's still early in the day. Checking out some things real quick, just looking at some things. Yeah, it's true. But one thing about college football, there hasn't been what I call a true number one in college football. I haven't done a lot of takes on it. I might do a video about it, but this is the first year when I watch college football, I don't feel that a team is definitively number one. Even as a Michigan Wolverine fan, I'm not sold on them 100. Ohio State's been kind of in. The Huskies got a great young quarterback, but I'm not sold that team is number one, So it's kind of like this is one of them years of a team clutching, but I ain't been sold as them, but, we'll see. Sport. Also in life in general, I heard Bruce Willis' dementia's pretty bad that he doesn't remember. Yeah, I'll be talking about different things, pop culture. The whole thing with Dolly Parton working with Kid Rock. Yeah, I think he's a bigot. He's racist. I did a video about it. Dolly Parton don't want to talk about it. We've always held Dolly Parton as a respect. Like she was kind of like one of those old school white chicks that seemed cool from the country world. But does she have some of that Paula Deen in her? We got to find out. Don't know. Jury's still out. Don't know. So I heard about the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. I might do a take on that. Their New Edition threw down as a Spence. I'm not surprised. New Edition is one of the baddest musical acts ever. I like Colorado, but the problem is that uh, Shakur was doing so much quarterback and Travis Hunter that they was playing like Sandlot and they was doing a couple of things that they was getting right, but they weren't getting everything right. So I didn't really see them being in the mix. I thought maybe you'll be a low bowl team. You might get like the Chitlin Bowl or you might get the Fruit of the Loom Bowl. What's up, Ted? What's happening? You might get the Fruit of the Loom Bowl or the Chitlin Bowl or the Cottage Cheese Bowl, but I didn't see you going for no bowl. And it's a work in progress. I mean, they don't play no defense. They had in the first 4 or 5 games, they gave up 40 to everybody. I mean, they were giving up 40s like Oprah was giving up cars. So no, I didn't see no hope. I didn't see it. But I do think he's a good coach. I just think that they got work to do. And he's got to get some new recruits, get some pieces, get some maturation in there too. Because that SC game, the game against Oregon, they got exposed bad. But the USC game, they sometimes, I think, and they had that one game, they blew that 29-point lead. So they should have at very least been a Fruit of the Loom Bowl or Rice Krispie Bowl. So, but don't worry, give him a couple years. He should be on the right path. He gonna get what he want. I believe in Deion still. It's just that you can't expect this, start with this, you're gonna be perfection all your life. That don't how it work. It's just like the people that have issue with Brock Purdy might be hating on, he's still a young cat. That take time. You don't win all the time. You gotta lose before you win. You gotta go through pain before you win. Everybody doesn't come out like Joe Montana, like Magic Johnson, like Larry Bird, like Tim Duncan. Okay, it don't work like that for everybody. Or be charmed like Derek Jeter. Yeah, it just takes time. College football, you got to get better recruits, you got to get better pieces in places, and you got to put the work in. It's tough. But I will say this: there's a lot of parity in college football, and I'm gonna tell you something. You can get good real quickly. You can at least get a legit bowl. You can at least get that. So, a couple of years, I expect to be all right. Tua fumbled today. Okay. Yeah, that Miami game. What's this I'm reading about? Josh McDaniel was a shell of himself after meeting with the Raiders. He was always a shell of himself. What the heck they talking about? That turkey should have never got no head coaching gig. I never understood that one. Never got that. Because once his videotape ran out, I don't know what they were going to do. I don't get it at all. Just looking at these scores. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, Houston's been a surprise so far in the NFL. Just watching some stuff. Before y'all ask about the NBA tournament, I ain't feeling that mess. Oh yeah, Jim Caldwell is a good coach. He just got railroaded. He led the Coastal Super Bowl, and he got railroaded. I like Jim Caldwell. You know how it is. I ain't gotta tell everybody the same old story. With your black coach, you don't give us so many chances, and they ran him out. They ran him out the league. So it's a lot of the story. So he should have had a better job, though. I mean, Herm Edwards still gets jobs, but he was a slightly better than average NFL coach. But Jim Caldwell should have been getting jobs. Oh, of course, I got the Eagles. I can't stand the Cowboys. I think people get so excited that they beat teams they're supposed to beat. Dak's got to prove that he was worthy of playing against top-tier games. Now, I'm going to tell you this. If Dallas beats Philly, would I be shocked or surprised? No, because Philly's been inconsistent this year. But does it really matter? To be honest with you, I think the game is more important for Dallas's mindset than it is for Philly. Philly know they can beat Dallas. I mean, Jalen Hurts is a better quarterback than Dak Prescott will ever be. You can quote me on that today, tomorrow, and next Sunday because he's already gotten to a Super Bowl and runner-up. And Dak Prescott's had more to work with. If I'm lying, stop me, sue me, please. But I think Philly, I'm pulling for Philly. I think they're the better team. I just don't think Dallas beating up on the Rams don't really count. And they struggled. They won that game 2 weeks ago. I forgot who Dallas beat. Anyway, he can trash talk all he want.